What's up, guys? This is Real Estate Podcast, episode 165. I'm here with Griffin.
I'm here with Trav.
And I'm here with Adam.
And this week, we are on our, what do you say?
Mike
Fourth.
Judge May. Third
Victory lap. Third film in the Mike Judge May movie. Yeah. Beavis and Butt-head to America.
No, I mean, to assume that we're going to sit and break this movie down is a fool.
Yeah.
It's Beavis and Butt-head.
Yeah. To a T.
Beavis and Butt-head.
Because it would take all night to point out every little subtle comment they make to what people say in that fucking movie.
Yeah.
It would take all night, dude. But yeah, fucking dude, this was one of the first animated films I watched as a kid that had adult content in it.
Yeah.
I just remember, and I also remember this was one of the movies that made me realize too that like every kid got away with watching the hard stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, everybody acted like their parents wouldn't let them, but like, you go to PE or something and everybody quoted this fucking movie for years. To this day, like, I'm sure a Beavis and Butt-head, I wish there was some pointless counter that would do every time someone made a Beavis and Butt-head reference in their day-to-day life.
Dude, there's probably people out there, though, making the reference to the reference they heard, and they don't even know what they're referencing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
I wonder if this has a following in today's youth. Like, are they even aware of this movie?
I mean, you got to think so, but at the same time, it's like I feel like if kids now with like Rick and Morty and South Park, Family Guy, if they go back and try to watch the series, then I think they're going to be a little lost on it.
Yeah.
Because it's
is it purely a 90s thing? Like you had to be there during those years while it was on to get why it was so good?
Well, you remember on the show, it was the music videos, and that's probably a large part of it they're not going to like.
Yeah, because they're not going to get the references.
Yeah.
And that's the thing.
It was like Mike Judge's fucked up version of Pop-Up Video.
It helps if you're there. Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's another thing people probably won't get, but a select demographic now.
Pop-up video.
That's exactly what it was, though, man. And that was one of my favorite parts about the show is watching them react to music videos. It's like they're jamming out.
Would say.
Yeah, well, they're jamming out the stuff you wouldn't expect them to jam out to, and then they're like, "This sucks," like what?
It just occurred to me: have we already watched this on the pod before?
Nope.
No.
Definitely not.
Okay, we have. I don't know.
You can pull it up on the list, but it ain't on there. We haven't watched
it. Since the deja vu.
Well, we've talked about it before.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
That's probably what you're pulling. We've talked about it many times.
Yeah.
I don't know.
But you got to give the dude a standing ovation just for being the earliest creator of adult cartoon.
Yeah.
In this way. Like he kind of pioneered the whole like I'm going to create a cartoon.
Yeah. This shit ain't for kids.
Yeah, aim for adults that has dumb humor but is smart. The characters around these characters are smart. And they're just reacting to smart people by saying dumb shit. You know what I mean? So you got to give it, man.
But can you argue that it's also a R-rated animated Seinfeld?
Yeah. Well, I mean,
because nothing really significant happens, but ridiculous shit happens around them.
Yeah, classic sitcom type. They get all these problems. And somehow they'll solve problems and not even, like by an accident.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys remember this, but I'm just a few years older than you guys. And when I was a kid, I used to watch this like when it came on TV. My aunt took a VHS tape, and sometimes I'd have to go to bed when it would come on. Because at night sometimes they would put it on TV and just run it.
Yeah.
They play a shitload of episodes. So she
Yeah.
would record them for me so I could watch them on a VHS. That was. But I remember when I was a kid and there was this huge stink about we shouldn't let children watch Beavis and Butt-head.
Yeah, I remember
People tried to come out against it and shut it down. And I just remember that being like, it's just a cartoon. And of course I was like really young when I was watching it, but I wasn't like trying to set my house on fire. And it's just a fucking, it's a TV show. Like,
yeah.
I wasn't doing any of the stupid shit that they were doing.
I mean, the show, like, if you're watching the show, you're watching it because you're laughing at these idiot characters. Like, you're not inspired by them.
Yeah.
Like, what type of more,
Yeah. They were like, it's going to fuck up a generation of kids. It's like, bitch, we're going to make the internet better.
I mean, if it, at worst, or at best, worst, however you want to stand on the matter, all I saw that it came from is it just made more kids maybe a little more smart asses in the world.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, really.
A couple more, low blow retorts to piss the parents and teachers off.
Well, and I think that's what it comes down to, like, really, because you've got, whenever you see their interactions with their principals, because they never have interactions with their parents, except in the movie. So their interaction with any kind of like authoritative figure is so like.
Well, you gotta think
they're shitting on everybody, dude.
Yeah.
Well, it was kind of like the early precursor, or it's smack dab in it, because a lot of the counterculture level things that go on through society have been going on for a minute now, of course. But it's all part of the big thing, that the line between parents shielding their children from the world.
Oh yeah,
the way shit really is, the way people really communicate on a closer, intimate level. Like some people, yeah, sure. There's a lot of people out there that don't swear and all that kind of stuff. But there's a lot more other people too that just like, they'll drop a F-bomb or a S word and just whatever. And that it's little shit that's all balled up into where I'm getting at, where it's that line's slowly fading away, and like you can't keep shit from kids anymore now.
No,
I mean you can regulate what they watch and consume as much as you want. I did it for
but then you're gonna send them
when
to
they were
school
younger.
Around other kids that are not sheltered, and that's where they're gonna get it. Like,
and at the end of the day, children are gonna get around shit. They're gonna figure it out, and as they start interacting with other people, and especially in a with the internet, you can't control that.
You can't sit in every game lobby your kid's in.
Yeah,
and be like, because just the shit people say online.
It's like the classic like hole in the ship scenario. It doesn't matter how many holes you plug, man, the water's gonna find its way in.
Yeah.
And so that's what I feel like, a lot of that backlash and how like people scrutinize it, and even now, how a lot of people who we're of the age where a lot of our generation has children now, myself included, and there's every generation is critical of the younger ones shit,
Yeah.
But it's all just that slowly going away, where it's
it's going away.
I remember as we were kids, you remember there was grown up shit, and that's still to a degree that will always remain, but in regards to how society functions and how you can pull up TikTok now, and for every 4 or 5 harmless videos you scroll through, you're gonna find 5 or 6 that you're like, I know what this is aimed at,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And I don't know.
Well, and I mean, as our life has gone on, it's like people started in with they started in heavy with the Beavis and Butt-head stuff, right?
Yeah.
And then
we get deep with Beavis and Butt-head, did you guys?
Right. And then they started in with South Park,
Yeah.
right?
Oh, they had a big stink on that.
Yeah, and then they start pivoting to like Harry Potter and SpongeBob SquarePants and stuff that are actually.
I remember
the
the Harry
SpongeBob
Potter
thing
fit.
too.
I remember when people pitched a fit about
when they were burning
that
books.
Was crazy
because they were witches.
Yeah. No, dude. I remember you could be channel surfing and you go across like the Christian network, and there'd be a pastor there talking about the evils of Harry Potter and all this shit. And I remember one time I was flipping. This was when I was in that angsty preteen goth phase. So I see it and I'm like, I want to see it because they hate it. You know, like that type of bullshit. And it was just, I don't know. I just remember it being ridiculous.
Yeah. And it's like, it got like less and less aimed toward adult content to the point where when Family Guy came out, was there really a big stink that you guys can remember about?
Not really.
You know, or American Dad or Rick and Morty or.
Well, there was a time where even The Simpsons.
Oh yeah,
had some problems.
Yeah.
All of these shows paved the way.
Yeah.
I feel like South Park was the final one where it was like, all right, you pretty much do anything now.
Yeah, right.
Because the shit they were doing on South Park,
was, yeah.
I mean, dude,
Yeah, I know.
And I think that was the one where it finally just broke through and was like, all right, fuck it. Go, do them.
Well, I mean, that also, by that point, I think, too, as much as parents and whatever want to try to control, what their child's interested in. And some people do it with an iron fist. Some are a little more lenient, all that shit, not shitting on that any one parenting style. But it's just irrelevant because by the time South Park hit the thing, it was so easy. The accessibility of it is what I'm trying to get at. You know?
Yeah.
If you weren't finding it late night, getting around your curfews with your parents, you were watching it at a friend's house.
Yeah.
You were playing the video game.
Yeah.
You were.
And classic,
picking it up at Blockbuster, like.
And good old fashioned, no such thing as bad publicity. So when you're watching on the nightly news and they bring up South Park and they show the cartoon for like 30 seconds, like your kid's sitting there eating dinner with you watching it, and it's like, oh, what's this fucking cartoon? What? They said shit?
Yeah.
I want to see what they're doing.
They had
they're going to
about
watch
Jesus.
Yeah.
Oh, and when your parents tell you can't watch something, you're like, I kind of want to watch it now. Like,
yeah, right.
Like, what do you not want me to see?
Yeah.
I never had one of those parents though that was like, you can't watch this shit.
Well,
I just didn't. That didn't.
I had 50-50.
Yeah. My mom didn't give a fuck. If I had fucking nightmares, it was on my ass. Like,
right.
Like, motherfucker, you think you can sit through this shit? And I'm like, yeah, I can sit through it. Invasion of the Body Snatchers. I'm like 4,
I guess we could all kind of look at it in a way though, but like, I like the fact that my dad thought I was smart enough of a human being to know that the shit I'm watching and playing isn't real.
Yeah.
It can't,
it ain't gonna hurt you.
I can't take anything from that and make it real. And a lot of it's wrong. Of course, you don't shoot people in video games. No. You don't shoot them in the real world, of course. You don't fucking whip your shit out in front of God and everybody in a movie or something. Like, it's fucking it's almost undermining to your children to be that way towards them. Like, you should have enough. You should feel confident in raising them that they're smart enough to know that, okay, if they're going to take the plunge with this, and obviously as a parent, keep it age appropriate. I'm not going to let a 10-year-old watch an R-rated movie with tits and shit.
Well, if some titties get flashed, that's it's just titties. Like, come on, it was just a quick nipple,
But here's the thing, though. But here's the thing: if you're trying to watch a film with an 8-year-old that has that kind of content in it, what are you fucking doing anyway?
Well, what if you're watching a movie that you don't know what's in? I mean, that's all I'm saying. If it happens, dude, it's happened in your lifetime. I know at least once. It just happens, and it's just like, all right, let's move along. I'd rather it be,
but that's a whole other thing, though,
instead
man.
of a cock and balls.
But I'm talking about like as far as like when you're actually there and in control, like you can. But it's I don't know.
Well,
but you're right. Like things are gonna happen.
Yeah,
and the way that my upbringing was like my dad didn't care. He was just like, look, don't say this shit around other people.
Yeah.
Don't tell people that you've watched it. Like I'm
Have
watching
manners.
fucking Pulp Fiction at like 8.
Yeah.
Like don't say any of this. Don't repeat any of this. It's just it's a movie. But
these words you're hearing in these movies, you hear everybody around you say your whole life when you're growing up. I mean,
yeah. But the other side of that is the reason that my mom and stepdad was because if we watched that stuff, we were gonna go to hell.
Mm-hmm.
It was that deal. Like if I watched something where kids cuss, I was gonna go to hell because I watched it. If I watched a movie,
we grew up in that area.
Yeah, if I watched a movie that there was nudity in, then I was gonna go to hell because I wasn't married to that woman. Because you saw a movie with. Yeah, and it's like, and that's
that's almost more fucked up than just sheltering the kid. Like, well, I just don't want him seeing bad shit.
Yeah,
it's like, no, you're gonna go to hell if you see it. So, did you ever sit there and think that?
No.
Like, I might go to hell. Well, some kids will. They're young enough to where they're like, I'm gonna go to hell now. I touched my dick. I'm gonna go to hell.
Well, the dynamic was so because here's how it kind of was because like my mom and stepdad like never cuss, never this, never that, never whatever. Not around us anyway until we got older.
Mm-hmm.
But my dad and his friends would hang out and they would talk shit,
shoot the shit,
kind of like what we do.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Have a good time.
Yeah, get together, play video games, talk shit to each other, and just have fun. So, and it's one of those things where it's like, well, I mean,
there's nothing wrong with it. You're sitting there like, these people aren't going to hell for this.
No, they're not.
No
bad
way.
people.
They're good people.
And then as you get older and you realize the fucked up shit that the people that are telling you not to do this shit was doing, and what the fucked up shit the other people weren't
up
doing.
On that high horse.
Yeah, like whenever I sit back and compare the two, I'm like, my dad might have cussed a lot and like didn't,
but he didn't do all this other shit.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
He was actually a better person.
Yeah. So it's like it's a really weird gray area, especially growing up in this area. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Well, definitely a lot of do as I say, not as I do.
Yeah.
Yeah. And of course, as a kid, they hide all that stuff from you. But as you get older and you start kind of piecing stuff together, you're like, well, what the fuck were they doing? Like why was this way?
Yeah, because that's what they were taught.
Yeah.
Just pass it on down. That's why it's going away.
Yeah,
that's happened less. I mean, there's still places where people are doing it, but it's not like it used to be. Here's why you don't do this to a kid. Y'all ever meet? Do y'all know anybody that homeschools their kids?
My aunt homeschools all 5 of her kids.
Those kids are going to be kind of strange when they get older. They may already be. I don't know. But if you ever meet kids that are homeschooled, they didn't get out and make friends. They didn't experience life, really. I mean, like, you just hung out at home every day with your mom? You don't have any friends? That's weird. And then, they don't get shit. You try to, like any kind of stuff we grew up on. We meet people, we'll mention something. Oh, yeah, I'm all about that too, Yeah. Some kid rolls out that's our age that was homeschooled and just went straight from homeschool, just did this, went right into a job, just never really got out of that box.
Yeah.
He's not going to be invited to a lot of parties and get-togethers because,
no.
I mean, they're going to be like, he's weird. Like, well, he was homeschooled.
Yeah, well, here's kind of the dynamic with my 5 cousins. Okay, so the oldest one's probably around 12 at this age.
So signs should be showing by now.
Right. So their way of kind of combating awkwardness, I guess you would say, is by having the kids that want to play sports play sports, and also interacting with members of their church children. You know what I mean?
Church get-togethers, the youth.
Which I've had this conversation with my mom and my brothers to great length, where it's like, when these kids get out into the real world,
they're not gonna know what to fucking do, man. Like,
they're gonna go crazy.
Yeah, that's exactly what happens.
Yeah,
they're gonna go wild, dude, because they never had a chance to live that life.
Yeah,
dabble in it, and then they get a little taste of it when they're old enough to like actually do it.
Yeah,
and they just spiral out of control.
Yeah, and it's just gonna be, and some of them will be all right.
Some of them will be fine. I'm not saying this happens to everybody.
Yeah,
but y'all know what I'm talking about.
Well, and they're all attention starved because it's 5 children homeschooled around each other all day, and it's my aunt and uncle, and my uncle is not around a lot. He finds reasons to get out. He finds reasons to get out of the house. He's a pastor, professional pastor, right? So, but anyway, so she's there by herself, like trying to teach these kids. She went to college and she got a degree, to teach kids and all this stuff. And it's just like they're so attention starved that when they get around the rest of the family,
they drive you fucking crazy.
Well, they try too hard.
Yeah.
To be funny and to do all this.
That's
shit.
what I'm saying, and they'll always have that weirdness to them.
Yeah.
When they get around people later in life, it just won't be natural for them.
Yeah.
And then here's the thing: you said they take them to church and let them hang out with the youth there. It's like, well, how many of those kids are homeschooled? Like,
exactly.
You got homeschooled kids hanging out with homeschooled kids, and they're not. They're not even going to really get to experience life until they move out of that house.
Yeah, and that's why whenever they come around, we try to like normalize everything a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Like me and my brothers will pick on them and have fun with them, and like take them to do stuff, and try to maintain.
You kind of feel sorry for somebody.
Well,
that's kind of stuck in that. I mean, they got a good life.
Well, yeah, they do. But they,
it's like, you ever been on a 4-wheeler, man? You ever flipped one? Let's flip one right now.
And it's like, get them, because like they're the type of family also that if anything gets sideways, they're not gonna.
End of the world.
Well, they're gonna try to avoid it as much as possible.
And
I understand that. There's 5 kids, all this stuff, but they're not gonna see like how reality actually is. You know what I mean? And that's gonna hurt them.
It's gonna hurt them, dude.
Yeah, because like when somebody you're out in public and somebody starts fucking on you and all this stuff, how are you gonna react to that?
Mommy's not there.
Fight or flight.
Yeah, probably run.
Yeah, I mean that's so.
Or just not, or they get out in the real world and they're not wise enough to get when somebody's like trying to rip them off or something.
Yeah.
Like like trust someone.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh no, dude, you're getting scammed. Like.
Yeah.
Whoa, dude! Like this shit happens in movies,
Yeah.
Like, I've never seen it,
Yeah, and that's when we're around. Oh, y'all don't need to be watching this or doing this or whatever, and we're just like, yeah, whatever. Like, come on, man. They're gonna have to learn this shit at some point, and it. I'm not saying that you have to normalize to the extent where it's okay for your kids to do or say or like act like these people.
Yeah.
But they need this. They need to absorb all this information for social settings. For social skills.
Because that's when you from the time that you're a kid till I forget what age it is. That's where that's where you're learning everything. I mean, are they? So when they come around, they're not like real quiet and.
No, they're
shy. They're like, center of attention.
Yeah.
Showtime.
Yeah, it's showtime for sure. And it's, and they're fun. They fight. We pit them against each other, and we have a good time with it. Yeah, throwing dollars on
$10 on the one in blue.
Yeah, just like my uncle
playing dice with them.
Yeah, my other uncle got them all boxing gloves for Christmas one year. Best Christmas present.
Are they all boys?
Yes, all 5 of them.
Holy shit.
Yeah, so you can imagine. But yeah, it's with this movie in particular, it's like I watched the stuff I wasn't supposed to.
Yeah.
And my dad actually bought some of the VHS tapes. You know what I mean? He had some Beavis and Butt-head. He had some what was that? Liquid Television?
Yeah.
He had a couple of videos, VHS of that. He had some South Park, Aeon Flux. Like, you know, he was in, because this came out.
This was 96.
Right. Well, the Beavis and Butt-head show came out, what, 93?
Yeah, something early like that.
So my dad would have been like 22, which is like perfect age.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? For like, so it was around, and we weren't supposed to watch it, and it was the devil and all this stuff. But like, you know, I learned more from those experiences and interactions with him. I'll never forget this. I'm gonna tell this story real quick. So, whenever I was in junior high school, so 7th, 8th grade, somewhere in that area, my cousin let me borrow some burnt CDs he had of comedy specials, right? And he was a fan of Chris Rock, and I was listening to some of the Chris Rock stuff, and I was working on a report for school, and my stepmom come home, and I was in there listening to it and laughing and working on this report and everything, and then my dad came home and like she's like, I need to talk to you, blah 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 blah. Went in there, and then I hear him in there arguing, and then a couple of minutes later he comes out and he's like, hey, and I'm like, yeah, and he goes, you know not to say that stuff, right? And I'm like, what stuff? He goes, the stuff that you were listening to, and I'm like, yeah,
I'm not a fucking idiot.
I'm not.
Yeah,
I'm not black, first of all.
Yeah. Well, dude, you might say some shit like that when you're hanging out with your friends.
Yeah.
But you're not going to go to, like, you know, work or school and be like, no sex in the champagne room, motherfuckers, you know, like.
Yeah, yeah. And that was one of those weird interactions because my stepmom was kind of.
That's the only reason he said something.
Yeah, I know. Because he knew.
Yeah.
So, but it's, you know, it's about how you parent how you parent your kids and how you interact with them and like actually talking to them about like real life. You know what I mean? We're going to watch this movie about this, and it's not okay to do this. It's not real. It's a movie.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it's about having those interactions and those conversations with it. But most parents want school to give their kids these lessons. They want the school to provide all the social information that they need to be able to get, and it doesn't work that way. The schools are supposed to teach your children like basic life, you know, life functions. Yeah. And you're supposed to teach them social skills. That's your job as a parent. You know what I mean?
Don't fuck them up.
Yeah.
You only get one try at this. We don't need a fucking another Unabomber.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
But y'all know those people. Like, look, dude, when you're at work or when you're out in the real world, you're in the bank, grocery store, gas station. You don't walk in the gas station and say, let me get 5 on motherfucking pump 9, you know?
Yeah,
But there's those people that do that.
Yeah, yeah.
You'll be somewhere doing something around like old people and shit, and something's going on. There'll be somebody there that's like, what the fuck's up? You know, and you're like, dude.
Yeah.
What is wrong with you right now? Like,
yeah.
I mean, it's one thing if it's just me and you, but
yeah, I know these.
There's people. Like 10 old people here. You don't even know them. Like, but we all meet people like that in life, and it's like, I don't think you know how it works.
No.
Like they just say it anywhere.
Yeah. So yeah, it's, you know. But Beavis and Butt-head though, man. I remember watching this movie back in the day, and I watched it a lot whenever I was a kid.
Yeah.
Because not really when I was a kid, but whenever I was younger, because like we had it, you know, we had it on VHS. We had the South Park movie, and it was one of those things like nobody's at home. I'm not going to hear my stepmom raise hell. guess what? Fucking watching this
I'm gonna
shit.
laugh my ass off, and the movie's like an hour and 20 minutes.
Which is perfect.
And I think that's 10 minutes of credits.
Yeah, right. So
and it was done in that animation style. Like, you can see the fucking it moving.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, like this is some hand drawn shit. Like,
right, legit.
Yeah. Hilarious movie.
Yeah, it is. It really is. And I mean, you know, it's stupid. It's stupid it's stupid humor for smart people. At the end of the day. Because just the way that they would react to stuff, and everybody, like I said, everybody around them is way smarter than they are, and just how they react. Like,
yeah,
I want you to do my wife. You know what I mean? Like that. Yeah.
They just started. And what was funny is when they said something to Congress, and they're like, "We're looking for this hot chick because we're supposed to." What did he say?
Big hooters. Yeah, we're looking for
the entire room was like, which was funny. Just, you know, when then people would say, like, when they're at the dam, he's like, well, I'll be damned. You know, like,
yeah.
Damn. He just, as many times as he could say to them, is this a goddamn? And everybody just moves on. You get that a lot on Beavis and Butt-head. They'll do something, and the adults, we'll just call them that, they just, like, don't even react sometimes. They're like, yeah, go right over here. Right. Like when he's acting a fool on that airplane at first, the women are just like, he's like, I got a beer, baby, you know? You want some?
I mean, it's stupid.
That voice,
man.
dude. To me, the Butt-head voice out of the two, you know, the Beavis is funny, but the shit he says, and he's like the smart one. You know, if you want to call him that. When I picture Beavis, I picture that little sperm just picking his nose. And they push him in there to get rid of him. That's why they did it. They're like, get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, right.
But so funny, man.
Yeah.
I had to look it up because I was wondering how many people Mike Judd played in the movie. Do you guys know it?
Mm-mm.
I'm going to guess.
All right, you get, all right. How many people? I'll tell you how many.
I'm going to say 20.
4.
4?
Yeah, long-running characters.
So, Mr. Anderson.
Of course.
Beavis and Butt-head.
Yep.
And the principal.
The principal. There's one more then.
The teacher.
The teacher.
Fly high.
I never knew that was him doing the teacher's voice.
No.
But it's like he used his Beavis voice, but he changed it kind of.
Yeah.
It's got that. Dude's a master with his voice, like.
Yeah, he is.
Oh, and then you got the guy from that sounds like he's from Unsolved Mysteries.
That guy was fucking awesome.
And he's like, dude, how many times was he like cavity search them and go deep?
Go deep.
Yeah. Every time somebody did something wrong, cavity search.
Yeah.
We searched the van, sir. He's clean. Cavity search him, and that woman will pull that glove down. When she did it on Butt-head, and he opened that thing, he's like, he's like, yeah. He didn't know. No, dude, she just shoved her hand up your ass. And he's like, I'll give you guys double the money if you go back and do him. And they're like, do a guy? And no. And then Beavis is like, well, wait a minute, Butt-head. Like, it's a lot of money if we just close our eyes and imagine that and he slaps the shit out of him, dude. Just wham. Like, no way, dildo.
Yeah.
Just, you know, like, they're hilarious. And when they meet their parents.
Oh, my God.
Do y'all know who did the voice of Butt-head's dad?
No.
You ain't never going to guess this shit.
I don't
David
know.
Letterman.
What?
Yeah, dude.
Wow.
Do you know who played Muddy? Was it Muddy?
That's Bruce Willis, right?
That's Bruce Willis.
Yeah.
And who played Dallas was Demi Moore. He actually had some names in the movie. Like,
yeah.
When I was looking at it earlier, I'm like, fucking David Letterman?
Yeah.
It sounded like Butt-head's voice, and they just put they changed it. They dropped it down kind of low. Oh.
Yeah.
He's like, any one of you bastards got a match?
He said we went through this shithole called Highlands.
Yeah.
He's like, that's where we're from. He goes, didn't you know?
Yeah. He's like, I got lucky. And he's like, yeah, we got lucky. And he's like, shut the fuck up. I got lucky. And he's like, do you think those sluts are still there? And it's like, it's your mom's.
Yeah.
I think those sluts. What about the old lady on the bus? He's like, we're looking for sluts. And she's like, there'll be plenty of sluts in Vegas. And he's like, no way. Over there taking all of her medicine. He's like, what else you got in here?
She's like, I think this is Xanax.
At that one point, she pulls up again later, and Beavis is like, like, hey, Butthead, it's that slut from the bus.
Yeah, it's that slut from the bus. What'd you call him, Bob and something? She changed, had their names Bob and something.
Yeah.
But goddamn, dude.
Yeah.
The writing, man, you just got to give it up to him once again for.
Yeah.
A few years ago, they actually brought back the TV show.
Right.
It was fucking hilarious.
Yeah, dude. And they were sitting around watching like Jersey Shore talking shit about it, and it was updated.
Right.
But here's what happened. The world didn't really catch on. All the fucking hardcore fans watched it, but it didn't get, big time numbers. And I think they either did one, maybe another, but it went away again. But it was cool to see it come back. I was one of the people that was really excited about that. Like, whoa. It's almost like tomorrow if they said, we're bringing back Celebrity Deathmatch. I'd be like, oh, shit, dude. Tell me you wouldn't watch that.
I think they brought it back in small instances. Like, they've done it more than once, I think.
Yeah.
With the OG, Garth Brooks versus Marilyn Manson.
I'll watch these shit.
Come on.
Celebrity Deathmatches.
I'll allow it. Whenever I hear Griffin say that, I'm like, that's from fucking Celebrity Deathmatch.
Yeah, that's exactly.
That's where it's from, dude. But yeah, I give it a star.
Yeah. I mean, MTV was the fucking Adult Swim of the early 90s.
Yeah.
For sure. And let me ask y'all something real quick before we move on to something else. Why do you think that he never made a King of the Hill movie?
Well, I remember when what was her name? Brittany something.
Brittany
Murphy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When she passed away is when they ended the show.
Yeah.
So, I mean, a movie dude, someone can do that voice.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
I mean, would you guys like to watch a King of the Hill movie? It comes back again many years later, like...
If Mike Judge isn't the voice of Hank Hill, I'm not watching it.
Well, I want him to do it and have full creative control, like...
Yeah, of course.
He's had an idea in his pocket, but what I noticed was when that girl died, he stepped away from it. Like
King of the Hill is so big that, and it's so commonly referenced. It exists in the meme world.
Yeah,
it's so big. It doesn't need a movie.
Yeah, that's why I said, would you watch it? Like, of course I'd watch it.
Oh, of course, without question.
It's like it's one of those things. We watched something a while back. It was like, does it really need another one? Like, but I think there's something there with him stepping away after she died, man. He just put it down.
Right.
Because that show could have kept going, dude, for like what? I mean, how many seasons does it have?
That I'm not sure.
Because it's been on since I was a little kid.
Yeah.
I'm going to look. At least 10.
Well, that was one of those cartoons that... I mean, King of the Hill was basically like a sitcom.
Yeah.
An animated sitcom at the end of the day.
Yeah.
And that was one of those that I never got into until I was older because it wasn't dick and fart jokes.
I was about to say that, dude. It wasn't dick and fart jokes.
It was actual, like, legitimate smart humor.
Yeah. And it wasn't Beavis and Butt-head.
No, it wasn't.
So when you're a real little kid, you watch it.
Yeah.
But some of the stuff you don't even really get.
No.
You know, you're laughing at it here and there. Bobby puts the flashlight in his mouth and takes it out, and he's like, damn, that's hot.
Yeah.
Y'all remember that?
Yeah.
When he was doing that thing with his cheeks.
Yeah.
Damn, that's hot, dude. I laughed so hard I still remember it. So many great lines.
Yeah.
Boomhauer, dude.
Oh my God.
Rusty T. Shackelford. That motherfucker was always, and he was that friend that's like, the government's out to get you.
Yeah.
Come to my house. I got guns under the basement. Hey, why does your son look like that Indian dude? I don't want to talk about it, you know? Hilarious show.
Yeah. I just always wondered like why and it makes sense
13 seasons.
Jesus Christ, man.
258 episodes.
Yeah, that's a lot.
Well, see, even now they have enough audio of her that they could use her voice.
Yeah.
There's enough audio from her in that many episodes or they could have just, have a small clip where she goes away. But I guess, I don't know. He did 13 seasons. She passed away. It's like, let's just.
He got his
nut, dude.
Yeah. So I get it. Do you think he'll ever go back to the animated world?
He might have something up his sleeve.
Well, he started Beavis and Butt-head in what, 93?
Let's see.
And then King of the Hill ran until, let's see. King of the Hill started in 97. So 96 or 97 was when the movie came out, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it ran until 2010.
Oh, shit.
So Greg Daniels co-created it.
Yeah.
Which is fucking, I didn't know that. That's nuts.
He's had a good career.
Yeah, he has.
Beavis and Butt-head got 8 seasons.
That's fucking nuts.
The other one got 10. Silicon Valley got what, 5 or 6?
Yeah.
So when you look at his movies didn't rake in like top dollar, some of them. But they're all cult classics.
Yeah.
Some of them, more so than others. I would say out of all of them, Extract may not be as a big of a cult classic as some of the others. Office Space, Idiocracy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm not taking, and like this one, like, it's just a different kind of movie, and it ain't that old.
Yeah.
It came out like 10 years ago. But he's had a good run.
Yeah.
We looked it up, and he was rocking a cool fucking 80 mil.
I believe it.
Willie, he may not ever do anything. I mean, he doesn't have any like upcoming projects.
Right.
There's nothing in the works. Like,
well, Silicon Valley just ended.
Yeah.
So he'll probably start work. He's probably writing something right now.
Probably.
If I had to guess.
Because he stayed with it all these years.
Yeah.
Like if you go in there and look, I mean, and then dude, a lot of this shit, like a lot of those movies, he was doing King of the Hill at the same time, or.
Yeah.
Yeah, it got 6 seasons. I'd like another TV show from him.
I wouldn't mind it.
Yeah, dude, I like his TV shows.
Yeah. His writing's so fucking good.
So we got to check that out, The Good Family. I mean, I haven't watched that.
I haven't either.
And there's only 1 season of it.
That came out, what, after King of the Hill?
2009.
So right towards the end of King of the Hill.
Yeah, and he's not the only creator. There was a few people that got together to make that show, but
right.
I still need to watch it. That's like the only thing on here I haven't seen other than some of these TV movies and the Office Space short. Office Space?
Milton? Was that the Office Space short?
It's just called Office Space 1991. Yeah, poor Milton.
Yeah.
Looks like a cartoon.
Yeah. I think that was like one of the first things he animated.
Oh, yeah.
So he had that idea for
Forever.
a fucking minute. Yeah.
And he did all this other shit, and that got him, without him having all these other shows and movies under his belt, HBO's not just gonna throw him a damn primetime slot like that.
No.
But yeah, I can't wait to see some more. You know. It was cool. It was only 4 movies, so it lined up perfectly for Mike Judge May.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna give it full star. Adam gave it the full star. What are you gonna give it, Trav?
Full star.
Oh man.
Hell yeah.
I remember the first time I heard Travis do that, my head just popped over, and I was like, "Dude, that was really good."
Yeah.
I don't want to say I'm an expert on the sound, but I've heard it a few times.
Yeah.
All right, what's going on in the world?
So, y'all want to do a Corona Chronicle?
Yeah, what's going on with it?
It still sucks.
Does it?
Yeah. I mean, everything's kind of at a fucking snail's pace, with everything reopening and stuff. So, we'll, we'll see what happens.
Yeah, I can't even find that thing. I'm not even going to pull it up. I mean, the number is probably 1 million higher than it was last week.
Yeah.
Seems to go up 1 million every week.
Yeah.
Let's see. Here it is. Oh, 4.8. Almost. Damn it, if we would have done the podcast on like a Thursday, it'd be 5 million.
Right.
But yeah, it's still happening, folks.
It is.
Here's something else that happened. Before we move on to anything else, we lost another celebrity. We got our third, Travis, this past week.
Who was it?
Who was it, Griffin?
It was, fuck, hold on.
I know I can't remember his name. It was Basil.
Basil?
Yeah, wasn't he in that? No, he wasn't in,
Fred Willard.
Yeah. He wasn't in that. That's a different guy.
Yeah.
Very funny actor.
He was very funny.
Yeah. Yeah, he passed, man. And he was great. I always like seeing him pop up and stuff. I think he had the chops personally to be like a co-lead.
Yeah. Well, he always played the same character.
Yeah, the real kind of skittish.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But he was good.
Yeah, he was.
But he had been doing it a long time. Wasn't he the guy in Carousel? What was that?
No, that
Logan's
was
Run? That wasn't Logan's Run. That was Basil.
Yeah.
I'm getting them mixed up.
Fred Willard was in so he was in Space Force.
Oh wow.
So he's in all 10 episodes of that. So when that premieres. Then he was in Modern Family, The Loud House, Jimmy Kimmel Live. He did some stuff on there. He did a lot of voice work.
Mm-hmm.
He was in all the Tim and Eric stuff, which is fucking random.
As fuck.
Yeah. I mean, he's been in a lot of TV
you name
stuff,
it, dude.
shorts. Yeah, a lot of, like I said, a lot of animated stuff. But he was in Best in Show. That was like his big.
Yeah.
You know, he was in Anchorman. He played the boss in Anchorman.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Harold and Kumar.
Yeah, he's in that. So
The Mighty Wind was one of those big movies. He's in a lot of cult classics.
Yeah.
But yeah, we had to tack him on. We had our Little Richard, our Jerry Stiller.
Yeah.
And our Fred Willard. That was.
Yeah.
I give him the coveted golden reel.
Yeah. I always enjoyed it when he popped up because he was funny.
Yeah.
And he would just kill you with his damn.
He was an actor that you knew when he got on the screen, he was going to say something pretty funny.
Yeah.
Yeah. Might as well shut it down right there, you know? So. So it looks like the 2021 Oscars are likely to get postponed, but the Academy hasn't decided yet.
So, like, they don't have them for this year, or will they have it? Do you think this is them trying to get out of having nothing but Netflix shows and movies?
Possibly.
Yeah.
It says here, according to the report, several sources who opted not to be identified shed light on the situation. One suggested that the 2021 Academy Awards will likely be postponed, while cautioning that details have yet to be worked out. As present, the 93rd Annual Academy Awards are scheduled to take place on February the 28th, 2021 on ABC. It seems that the current date may very well just be a placeholder for the time being. So it says, since mid-March, movie theaters have been closed around the world, around the U.S. and throughout most of the world. And they don't know when they're going to open the theaters back up. So the Academy president, David Rubin, had this to say: I think everyone is sympathetic to the filmmaker's plot. Are we? Are we sympathetic to the filmmaker's plot?
I mean,
look, I just want to. All right, I just want to say this: it sucks that there's a pandemic happening where you can't film anything and all this stuff.
Yeah, we're a little more worried about that than we are the filmmakers fucking,
The filmmaker's plot, yeah. Because, like, your funding for your movie is going to be there when everything picks back up, hopefully, The film that you have already completed will be released at some point.
Yeah.
So, and
shut the fuck up.
Well, at the end of the day, who cares if you get a participation trophy?
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying. But he said, I think everyone is sympathetic to the filmmaker's plot, and we're here to support our members and the film community. It makes sense when we don't really know what's to come in terms of the availability of theatrical exhibition. We need to make allowances for this year's only, and we need to make allowances for this year only, and during this time when movie theaters are not open so great film work can be seen and celebrated. Well, this is the thing. Hey, David Rubin, you don't have to go to the fucking movies to enjoy watching a fucking movie.
Nope.
So shut your fucking mouth.
Here's what I think they're worried about too is since all this is happening, you got all these people that probably used to, maybe they got out more, maybe they didn't have a streaming service before, and
yeah,
you got all these people kind of getting used to it now. I kind of like this streaming service thing where I pay a price and I can watch it at home. Like,
yeah,
Well,
they did this with the Trolls movie, right? They released it VOD, $20. You rent it for 4 hours or 8 hours, 12 hours, whatever it was. You could watch the movie then. They did the same thing with the Scooby-Doo movie. They released it VOD. You could get together with your friends, family, whatever, and watch it on this past Friday night,
What was that other movie you messaged me and told me that was out?
Shit, I don't.
That mob movie.
Oh, Capone.
Yeah. So that's on VOD right now.
Yeah,
it's on VOD.
Yeah. So it's one of those situations where it's like, I think that, all right, I'm sorry that your movie's not going to make $18 bajillion at the movie theater.
Sorry.
But I do think that the whole schematic needs to be completely redesigned to account not only for people winning, filmmakers and people like that winning Oscars, Academy Awards, whatever you want to call it. Like, they need to be brought into the fold. The streaming services need to be brought into the fold. But also the studios need to realize that, like, the movie theater is not the be-all, end-all entertainment source.
Not anymore.
No, it was at one time.
Yeah.
But slowly over time, it has pivoted away from being that to being more of a nuisance. Because I don't know about you guys, but, I go to the movies a decent amount of time.
It's been a while, but
I would say maybe 1 out of every 5 visits to the theater is a pleasant experience.
Yeah.
That's not a good ratio.
Yeah. Especially when you pay that much. and you wait that long, and you try to find the time. All right, I got to work all the time to do this. I'm going to go do this on this day. This is something special. We're going to get some fucking food, and then we're going to the theater, and we're going to watch this movie, and we're going to catch we're going in a decent hour so we don't get too many people there like at night, or we're going like after it's been open for 3 or 4 weeks, or and then you get in there,
and it's a bunch of fuckers,
cocksuckers, dude, like just fucking it up for you, talking and being as loud as fuck, dude. I will get up and walk if I can hit it early enough, and it's something I've done it before where I went to the front at Scottsboro. I walked up there and was like, they're in here raising hell. Can I get a rain check on this movie? I'm like 10 minutes into it right now, but I do not want to sit through this.
Yeah.
Can I come back and watch it at a different time?
Yeah.
Sure. I'd only watch 10 minutes. Yeah, here you go. Here's the thing. They'll let you, come back. I was like, that's awesome. Sucks that I had to do that.
It does. But I would much rather, dude, this is the thing too, like, I think the main reason that they're so opposed to running with like a VOD airing alongside it releasing in theaters is because piracy's a thing. But piracy's never ever gonna go away.
It's gonna happen whether it's in the theater or not. Here's the thing, dude. The person that's gonna pirate that movie wasn't gonna pay to see it anyway.
Yeah.
That's why they're pirate. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Probably don't have the money to. So they're either going to watch it and tell other people to watch it and spread the word or be a fan, or they're going to just not watch it at all. I mean,
and it's
they're not going to stop it.
Yeah. Well, they need to get away from the old formula. And like I was thinking about like, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, stuff like that, We've come a long way. Society has come a long way, and the culture itself, from celebrating these people and holding them at a higher standard and a higher pedestal.
Mm-hmm.
Like with the introduction of social media and like, people posting stuff on Twitter and posting stuff on YouTube or Instagram or whatever, it's kind of brought their higher status down to like, these are normal people.
They're just normal people. Hey, even more so since this whole virus shit popped off.
Yeah.
Celebrities are because it's like right now they're not entertaining anybody.
Yeah.
And I've heard that a lot of them are worried about that. That's why you see people like, John Krasinski like doing stuff online, and everybody's trying to keep their face out there.
Yeah.
So they don't lose that, that fire they had going where they were killing it.
Yeah. And I get it, but at the same time, it's like, dude, these are just normal people.
Yeah.
If I don't want to go to the theater and spend, $30 for me and somebody else, my wife, that's not interested in watching this movie, and sit there and be around a bunch of people who don't give a fuck that you're there, I would rather pay that amount of money.
Watch it at home?
Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure. Especially if it was something I was very interested in. Like, think about Avengers Endgame. If they had a way to put it on VOD, and it's like, okay, you have to pay a minimum amount, but you can pay as much as you'd like to watch this.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And it's like, okay.
And it drops they're like 6 o'clock this evening. It's out.
Yeah.
Dude, you know exactly what you're doing. Yeah. I'm going straight home, and I'm sending fucking $20 to damn Disney.
Yeah.
$20 ain't too much to ask, dude.
No.
They're not even getting that kind of cut off of the theater. Theaters got to get a little bit of that. Like,
well, and they were talking about
cut the middleman out.
So when the Trolls movie came out, they got 80% of the revenue for it, right?
Yeah.
The studio did. When they release it to theaters, they're getting what, 40?
It ain't much.
Maybe 60% of the revenue.
It was a little. I think it was a little less than half.
Yeah. So it's like you're reaching more people.
Yep.
And if you have an event situation to where you're like, okay, guys, just imagine them coming out with like Infinity War now or Endgame. And they're like, on this one station, we're going to play all the Marvel movies up until 7 o'clock every night. And then at 7 o'clock, you can opt in and watch Endgame.
Mm-hmm.
and it's $20. You can invite, you can do whatever you want at your house. You could pause it. You can go take a piss, whatever. You can enjoy it. Like,
yeah, and they usually give you 48 hours to watch one of those.
Yeah.
That you rent like that. You usually get 48 hours. You can watch it as many times as you want, 48 hours.
Yeah. Or get the fucking cast and crew involved in it to where, like, before or after the movie, they introduce it, like do a little live stream
They do a
introduction.
little Q&A.
Yeah,
little podcast.
They have access to the whole fucking world, man.
They would reach more eyes.
This is, all right, real estate. We need to set up a streaming service like Twitch, okay? Now, bear with me.
Oh, okay, it's live.
This is all, this is all spur of the moment shit, right?
We're spitballing.
Yeah. So you set up a streaming service like Twitch, right? And you have content creators, which would be your directors and your writers, go on there. And we've been seeing this a lot since the COVID stuff's been going on, where like Kevin Smith, he went on there and did a full live commentary of Jay and Silent Bob reboot. You have these writers and directors going online and they're doing live commentaries to their movies. Or they're going on there and they're like James Gunn watched the Guardians of the Galaxy movies with the audience.
Yeah.
With the audience, like just there hanging out with everybody that was watching the movie with him. You know what I'm saying? This is happening more and more and more.
Oh, yeah.
Media, these media runs that these people are doing, they're getting interviewed by this fucking shithole TV station, and they're getting interviewed by
that shit doesn't even pull many views. Like, you're better off to just throw their ass on like Instagram Live or Facebook Live, any of the lives.
Yeah.
And tweet that link out into the world.
Yeah.
There you go. They don't have to. They could do it from their house.
Yeah, they don't have to leave.
They don't even have to leave. Just have good internet.
Yeah,
got a smartphone, you're in.
And you're broadcasting to more people. You're interacting with tons and tons of people. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
All they've got to do is live stream it and have one guy off camera that's like, hey, such and such asked a question about such and such. Go. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, something I've noticed here lately, and I think it's kind of cool that it's happening, but you remember before when you'd see interviews with people or people on TV or something, they're in studio, lights, camera action, Yeah. Well, now, dude, if you watch TV, most of the footage you're going to see is someone at home with a fucking webcam set up.
Yeah.
Audio quality not the best in the world, and that's just what we're going with now because we don't have a choice. But now I think that's going to move over more to, like, where it's okay. It's like, okay, we've been doing this on the internet for years.
Yeah.
And now it's okay, to bring it over like this is so much easier. It's, you could do an interview with anybody. Just fucking tell them to pick their cell phone up. Like, Bruce Willis could sit in his house and do 20 a day.
Yeah, yeah. And that's the thing, man.
All over the world.
If there was a service like Twitch where people could, and you could have people like Universal, Fox, whoever, they go on there and all their older movies, all this stuff that's not on their individual streaming services, or hell, just bring that content to the streaming service. Yeah. How hard would it be to set up a live feed on Disney Plus?
Wouldn't be hard at all.
Exactly. So
open
it's like
OBS and copy the keys over,
Yeah, I mean, and you're good to go.
Yeah.
And if I could sit there and watch and interact with the Russo brothers while they're doing a live commentary of Endgame.
Now check this out, dude. They're working on the new show, and it's like you're sitting in the room with them.
Yeah. Oh my God.
You could even have some of that where you got people sitting around writing scripts and shit. Of course, there's certain things they're not going to let you know. But you can get in on some of the writing process, and they'll even be looking at the comments and be like, oh, people are suggesting this.
Yeah.
And, dude, it is like the Twitch of filmmaking. Yeah. Instead of video games, it's movies and TV
and
shows.
Entertainment.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the future. And these old heads in Hollywood need to get the fuck out. Like, Hollywood is kind of like...
We got to drain the swamp, dude.
Yeah, it's kind of like the
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's like fucking Washington, dude. We need to get these old fucking heads out of fucking office.
That's been in there 50, 40, 30 years.
That don't have their finger. It's so far away from the pulse, dude. It's
up
on
their
your
ass.
fucking ankle. It's on the ankle, dude.
Yeah.
It's so far away from the pulse.
It's in between their big toe and the other,
Yeah, they can't figure out where to fucking put it anymore.
Well, they don't get the world.
And they don't care.
For the last 40 years, they've been fucking whining and dining, eating lobster every night. They don't get online. They don't surf. They don't look at the memes.
No,
like, and they don't know.
I mean, we've only recently been seeing things like the Sonic fiasco, where there was such a backlash to Sonic that they went in and they digitally changed
the goddamn movie.
Yeah. So, and that's the thing. We're seeing that the internet is causing more reactive things to happen within Hollywood. And the only way to get your finger on the pulse of that is to be on the internet and to just debut this shit and then let it go. Give it a week, see what the common consensus is for it, and then go back to the drawing boards. You know what I'm saying? Because if fucking Zack Snyder came out and was like, all right, so this was my intentions to do, and he has kind of done that. But if he come out and he goes, this was my intention, Justice League 2, Justice League 3, this was kind of in a streamlined way how everything was going to play out, and I'm not going to spoil anything for anybody, but it's going to build up to something big, right?
Yeah.
You throw that out there at the end of Batman v Superman before they start making Justice League, you know, you're going to see a fan response like you've never seen before. And things might have changed. We might have actually got the fucking Snyder Cut, you know?
Speaking of the Snyder Cut, Jason Momoa went live on something or put a video up where he said, release the fucking Snyder Cut.
Oh, let's
He's
watch
still
it.
campaigning for it. You want to watch it?
Yeah, it's 22 seconds, dude. Let's do it.
All right. I should be able to play this on the podcast, right?
Yeah. It's fucking Momoa, dude.
Yeah,
don't
dude.
give a fuck.
Have you guys seen him? I was about to say, have you seen him throw those axes?
Yeah, dude.
He threw that big sword.
Yeah, he don't give a fuck, man.
You ready, Trav?
Yeah.
3, 2, 1, play.
We're just sitting around doing nothing. Fucking release the Snyder Cut, am I right?
Exactly. Release the Snyder Cut.
Release the fucking Snyder Cut. You know what I mean? Like, what are we waiting for? There's some goodies in there. I'm just gonna go ahead and put it out there, so hopefully, generally the shit I put out there comes true. Let's hope it does. Release the fucking Snyder Cut, baby!
He's right. We're not doing anything.
Yeah, now's the perfect time.
We just put that Snyder Cut out and drop that fucking X-Men movie already. God damn,
Yeah.
you know?
For real, right? Well, to kind of go off the back of what we were talking about, you remember that Tom Hanks movie we watched the trailer for, the submarine movie?
Yeah, the one that he wrote.
Greyhound?
Yeah.
It's going straight to Apple TV. It's skipping theaters and it's going straight to streaming. On June the 12th was the planned theatrical release for it. It's going to Apple TV Plus. The film was originally set for release by Sony, but was pulled from the calendars. Theaters shut down. It says here that they have quietly shifted several films to streaming, including Charm City Kings and An American Pickle, both having moved to HBO Max, the new streaming effort launched from Warner. It says the movie is a major get for Apple TV Plus as the tech giant's fledgling streamer struggles to compete with Netflix, Amazon Prime, and Disney Plus. Apple's hoping to increase its production volume and build its library, although appears to be doing so conservatively with titles like The Banker starring Samuel L. Jackson and Anthony Mackie. They pushed that movie back. Did they finally release it?
What movie?
Remember The Banker? Remember it was
oh yeah, that's
Mackie?
out.
It is?
Yeah.
Trailer didn't look bad. And the Beastie Boys story directed by Spike Jonze.
That's out.
I would love to watch that.
Yeah.
It says that Apple's made other acquisitions like On the Rock starring Bill Murray and Rashida Jones, Dads and Boys State, as well as Hala and the Elephant Queen. Greyhound is the biggest film commitment out of Apple tech giant with a market cap greater than $1 trillion.
Damn.
So they purchased the rights to put that on their streaming service.
But this is a big budget. This is a theater movie right here. It's a war movie.
Yeah, I mean,
here's the thing, dude. They got to release these movies because film companies have a set schedule.
Yeah.
All of this shit's got to be out, so then this shit comes out. They can't get backlogged here, and so it's got to come out.
Yeah.
It's like we can only hold off so long. And you know, theater ain't going anywhere.
Yeah.
It'll always be there. There'll always be certain, date nights and.
Here's what's crazy. So when you look up the budget for Greyhound, the budget was approximately $50.3 million, right?
Yeah.
Apple bought this. The deal ended around $70 million. So they made this right here. It might actually open up more doorways than
it might.
Because
they just outright bought it.
They bought the rights to the movie. They paid. Yeah, they paid $70 million to the production company, to Sony. So they made $50 million plus $20 million. They didn't have to market the movie with everything that's going on.
Got their money back. No
and
loss.
Recouped everything.
Mm-hmm.
So
$20 million ain't nothing to fucking bat an eye at, dude.
No.
I mean, that's.
And then God knows how many people's going to see it now. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because they're stuck at home.
Yeah.
Dude, everybody is streaming the shit out of stuff.
Yeah.
I'm surprised the servers can even keep up with it.
Oh, I know, right?
To be honest.
Yeah. So I saw another thing too. So Revenge of the Sith's 15th anniversary gets celebrated by Star Wars fans on Twitter, right?
Mm-hmm.
It says here that it's 15, which is fucking crazy to think it's been 15 years since that movie came out. Revenge of the Sith was trending on Twitter because of its anniversary, and while there was a period of time where the prequels received a great deal of hate, the vast majority of the tweets were filled with fondness and affection for Episode 3. And the only reason that I'm bringing this up is because it's the same thing's going to happen with the J.J. Abrams trilogy. That's what I'm going to call it. They shit on, Last Jedi. They shit on, Skywalker. And I think that in 15 years, when it's trending on whatever fucking social media thing's going on at that time, it's going to be fondly remembered. Because people are fucking idiots and they don't know what they like. Until 15 years have passed.
I think it'll be just like with the prequels. It'll be the realization that there were good parts, there were bad parts, but that's what Star Wars is. It's a lot of good ideas and a lot of bad ideas, and it works and tells this really ridiculous story that everyone loves.
Yeah.
I don't want to get too far away from Star Wars now. So if y'all got anything else you want to say about it, go ahead. But I got something interesting.
Oh, that's all I got.
I just saw this article and I clipped it. Now let me ask you guys this: HBO Max has the Justice League on their streaming service, right?
Yeah, it's Warner.
Do they own the rights by getting that and paying for that to be on their streaming service? Do they have the rights to the Snyder Cut as well?
No.
No?
I think they just have distributive rights from Warner Brothers.
Well, you got but there is a streaming service now that could put it out.
Is HBO owned by Time Warner?
Possibly.
I think so.
But it's weird that instead of, it being somewhere else, they're like bringing stuff over to HBO. And I think it may be owned by it, but someone in Los Angeles noticed that it got a billboard for the Justice League. That was a movie that shit came out a minute ago, but and then you got Momo over here talking about the Snyder Cut. What if there is some rumblings that it might hit a streaming service? Because they know if they put it up, motherfuckers are going to watch it. Yeah. Shit, I might pay for HBO just to watch it. Like,
yeah.
They can't be banking on that other one.
No.
Well, I mean,
but I thought that was interesting.
Seeing how many people got Disney Plus to watch The Mandalorian.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
And that was a case of something we didn't know we wanted, but now we do. That puts HBO Max in a position where they could release that, something that audiences are. There is an audience for it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And I think significant enough, and it's made its way in the news cycle because we see there's articles pumped out about this fucking shit every day.
Yeah.
And
every day.
I mean, it's still it's still in recent memory to where if they release something like that, I think HBO Max subscriptions would go through the fucking roof the first month or two.
It would definitely help them out. I just thought there's a place where they could put it. They're not going to put it in the theater.
The sheer curiosity of it, of people wondering if it is legitimately a better version of the film, a completely different version of the film. It's 214 minutes, dude. The theatrical cut was like an hour and a half.
Yeah. Yeah, I know.
Like that much movie was gone. I mean,
give me a fucking break, dude, you know?
I mean, we always go on, or I do sometimes, about movies, they could peel back 30, 40 minutes. But I've never heard of a film's production where they removed that much
of a movie, yeah. Well, there was even an article
and
that
not
said
think that would fuck it up a bit.
Did he recently teased a thing about coming back to finish his vision? And
214 minutes. That motherfucker's done.
Well, I'm talking about the
stick a fork in that bitch,
like the trilogy or whatever, however many movies they were gonna put out.
Oh, that would be incredible.
Now, here's the thing, though. What if they're like, we want you to come back and finish it, and we'll put the other one out so people can see it, and you can pick up right where you fucking left off.
Yeah.
There you go. Fixed it. They got to make it good.
It would be the hassle of getting everybody else back on.
You don't want to be... Oh, they'll all do it. Oh, yeah. Come on. They'll do it, especially if he comes back. I don't know. I don't know about Batman.
They've done veered off the Snyderverse course. As much as I want that to happen, they've veered off that course so badly now that it would just be a marketing nightmare for.
Yeah, but we're living in a world where you can put a Spider-Man movie out and fucking, a year later, totally different one. Like,
but the caveat to that though is that it's all slowly meshing into one shared thing. Like, the Sonyverse is slowly it's rubbing right next to the MCU so bad that we might as well say it's part of it.
They're touching tips.
Yeah, for sure. And whereas with Warner Brothers and the way they're doing movies like Joker, the Suicide Squad, and all that kind of stuff, there's no way for them to retread that to sew it in unless they do a lot of heavy-handed moves that people are like, don't do that. Don't, like, Endgame is still so in the back of everyone's mind that any comic movie or any
you better bring it.
If any movie incorporates time travel right now, it's gonna tank.
I believe the only movie that's gonna be after Endgame was dropped, the only comic book movie that's gonna get this kind of hype is gonna be that goddamn Snyder Cut, dude. If they want to do a checkmate, it's not gonna be better than Endgame, but you know what I mean. Yeah. People want to see it. Like, if the DC wants to throw one out there, throw the fans a bone.
Yeah,
drop that fucking movie.
And here's one of the risks.
They might be working on it, finishing it,
adding on to the time travel thing. But the thing about superhero movies is that if anyone who's ever picked up a comic book at any point knows that time travel is almost like the backbone of most, if not all, of the comic universe at this point.
Yeah.
They, like, motherfuckers have had to go back and reboot time so many goddamn different ways. It's fucking, but it doesn't get stale though. That's what makes it. That's why it's the tip of the hat to the comic writers, man, because they can take that beaten ass dead horse of a plot device and fucking still make it good.
Yeah.
Tell you something I read. Michael Bay's working on a thriller right now.
Oh, of course.
Start shooting soon.
Yeah.
Did you guys notice this in the Beavis and Butt-head movie when they were like, it's a super virus that?
Yeah.
And I was like, whoa, that's.
Yeah.
I kind of forgot all about that part.
Yeah, I did.
And I was like, whoa, dude, this is like, holy shit. I almost forgot to bring that up. But yeah, Michael Bay, pandemic thriller, way to go.
Yeah. Well, do y'all want to get to some trailers?
Yeah. And honorable mention, real quick. Remember when I told you I was online trying to buy a Bane mask?
Yeah.
Look, the Dark Knight Rises Bane themed mask have been selling like crazy during this shit. And then I was on there trying to find one and ended up going with the anonymous mask, but I thought that was funny.
It's still cool that you went with the anonymous one, though.
It looks cool.
Yeah.
The way you wear it. I mean, dude, anonymity.
I mean, I just thought I'd ask, you know.
Let's see if I can.
I wonder what Anonymous's take on the Snyder Cut is.
I'll tell you when I get it.
Okay.
That's it.
Holy shit.
Yeah, like it's a mask and it rolls up. You just pull it up to like your nose.
Yeah.
I thought that was cool. You can wear it a lot of different ways, but
the Guy Fawkes mask.
Yeah, I thought that was cool.
You walk into the store, you're like, remember, the 5th of November.
I'm hoping to turn some heads with it.
Oh, I'm sure you will.
I'll never forget the time I was at Disney World and I had that Life Aquatic shirt on.
Yeah.
With Team Azuzu on it. And it was Bill Murray's like silhouette. It was orange. I'll never forget how many people that worked there that was like, hey, cool shirt.
Right.
And I was like, thanks. Got it at baggage. What's that? And then, it's this place. And
yeah. And
on Letterman,
yeah.
Do the whole story. But yeah, where we moving on to? Trailers?
Yeah, I mean, that's all the real movie news that we got going on here, you know?
Movie Muse. Yeah. I'm pulling out my trailer go-getter.
Y'all go ahead and keep it rolling for a second. I'm going to go take a tinkle real quick. I'll be able to hear you, so don't talk shit.
I'll be right back, so just muse with yourself, Adam.
Run the podcast by myself?
I'm just kidding.
Any, mini, miny, mo. No. But yeah, man. I hate to keep harping on it, but they better not. That link that I dropped, Travis, to that Google Trends.
Yeah.
I put in the Snyder. Have you ever looked at Google Trends and like seen like words? Like you can type in the Mandela effect and go back to like 2005 or 4 when someone talked about it, but it was never mentioned until like you can go in there and look up all kinds of shit and it'll tell you when people searched it.
I've never done that.
It's pretty cool. But I put in the Snyder Cut and it tells you like all-time search that was the highest.
Yeah.
And then all the different searches, dude, throughout the years. I can go on here and go back from 2004 till now, and it'll show you every time someone put in the Snyder Cut. And the peak of it was November 2019. Remember, that's when the shit got started up.
Yeah, I remember that.
But that's a cool thing that Google has there, and that's all the search results from like as far back as they go. And you can put anything in there.
I've never fucked with it either, but I kind of want to fuck with it now.
It's kind of neat. I could put my name in and see when it was searched and who searched it. And
really?
Yeah, you can put anything in.
I search you all the time, dude.
You can search images. What?
What? I search you all the time on my MG, seeing if anybody's ripping you off or anything, you know?
Yeah. So I just put my name in. Nah, I didn't come up. I didn't get enough searches. Come on, Griffin, you gotta hype me up, dude.
I'm trying, dude.
You need to get us. We need a search bot.
Yeah, let me program.
Let's see.
Where's Jeff at?
Actually, you're gonna need a rhythm divider, and it's like, huh?
Yeah, where do you get one of those at?
Yeah.
Well, back in 1982.
Yeah.
It's like, Jeff, this is fucking 2020. Come on.
I watched something recently where this guy, it's one of those nerds on YouTube that's got a channel where he breaks down old tech.
Yeah.
But he was talking about the old phone systems, and I didn't know this, guys, but now we're on a digital system. But back in the day, whenever you would call a number, it was what let you make that long distance call or local call was the sound. Like it played a sound, and that's what connected you to that person. So hackers, the reason they had to change the system, it was fascinating. I mean, I was like, whoa, I never knew this.
Yeah.
You remember in War Games when she said, what's that? And he said, I'm trying to call the school.
Yeah.
And it was hitting all those numbers. And then and that was a real thing. Whenever you would hit the right phone, it would play a code and try to get in. And if it could get in, you were in. But people would do that to make calls. You could go to a payphone and people would have it recorded and play it to the phone, and it made the right sequence of keys and sounds. Yeah. And they could make any long distance phone call for free. Or
what the fuck?
You could do this one thing where you could play this sound that would end phone calls.
Whoa.
And people would walk in airports and shit or anywhere where there's a lot of people on phones, and they would play that sound out loud, and it would hang up all the phone calls.
That's fucking
that it
crazy.
Could hear. Yeah. And I'm like, whoa, it was very illegal to do, but people did it just having fun.
Yeah.
They were bored. Just to see if they could.
Well,
But now everything's digital. So the sound doesn't matter anymore. I know that has nothing to do with what we're talking about. I just thought that was kind of cool.
But it's interesting,
yeah, it was. I'll shoot you the video. But
send me a link for sure.
Let's get into these. It looks like we got a few.
Yeah, well, I popped a couple in there. First trailer, D-A.
It says that?
Yeah, that's the name of the movie.
The Five Guys?
Bloods.
Oh.
Bloods. Now, I wish this was a biopic about Five Guys burgers.
I'd watch it.
I would fucking watch it in a heartbeat, man.
All right, let me get a
I watched The Founder, and that was fucking amazing.
This is the one about McDonald's, right?
Yeah, with fucking...
I want to see this. Is it good, y'all?
We need to do it for the pod, man.
Yeah, it seemed pod worthy.
Yeah. Fucking
Cook's a piece of shit, dude.
Fucking National Treasure, fucking Birdman.
Yeah,
killing it.
And he's the guy. Is he the guy that wants to buy the company and fuck them over?
Oh, he's the one that does buy the company and does fuck them over.
Yeah. And that's McDonald's today.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, I need to see that because that's cool.
Yeah, the dude from fucking Parks and Rec. He was great in it. Everybody was good in it, man. I want to do that now.
Yeah, we need to do a whole pod.
He gets all the victories you wish an honest person would get.
Yeah. He is such a good piece of shit. Michael Keaton plays such a good piece of shit.
An efficient piece of shit, mind you.
He's so good at it, you ain't even mad at him.
No, you're like, damn. This motherfucker just did it.
You're like, he's a good piece of shit.
Like the way he was able to get the actual the OG restaurant.
Yeah.
Dude, zoning laws was fucking.
Yeah, he fucked them over.
Yeah.
He knew more about it than they did.
He bought the property that the fucking building was on.
Mm-hmm. Damn.
But the Five Bloods, though.
All right, let's do it. You ready, Trav?
Mm-hmm.
The Five Bloods. Spike Lee movie? 3, 2, 1, play. All right. Not looking as bad as I thought it was. Okay. This shot in 640.
It looks like it.
Vietnam. That's what
We'll
I'm
see
hearing.
though. Oh, it's gonna widen out. Oh, here we go. Okay, now this is later in life. They're still in Vietnam. He love you long time. It's like Grumpy Old Men meets Vietnam War movie.
Yeah.
And that's how they show you when it's old footage.
Oh,
they're going
whoa.
back to look for it.
Yeah.
Kind of want to see it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a cool idea. There you go. I like the idea.
Yeah.
That's cool. Fu Manchu over here. Look at this. They're getting fucking... We hide it and come back later. That one dude's going to have PTSD.
Yeah.
You can tell. Oh, look at this. It's the professional. Shit, I'm about that, guys.
Oh, it's coming to Netflix, too.
Oh, fucking right, dude. On the 12th.
It doesn't look bad. Spike Lee for me is hit and miss. I haven't watched The Black Klansman. I've been wanting to watch it, though.
Yeah, I want to see it. I heard it was pretty good.
I watched it with my wife. It was all right.
I like the idea of this. This is...
Yeah, it looks
That's
good,
original
man.
there. That's...
Yeah.
He's not giving us that war movie we've already seen 1,000 times.
Yeah. Well, we're gonna get that, but with a
with a twist,
with a good present day plot going on, or whatever present time they want it to be.
Right. So next we got Tainted, Aaron Paul movie.
Yo, bitch.
Mr. White.
Science, yo.
I need to know what's going on.
Yeah. What was the kid's name? Start with a B.
Charlie or something. I don't remember.
Ricin. That's all I remember. That's all. That was when he killed the kid. Got the ricin and almost died.
Yeah, he was Bryson Ricin at that point.
Yeah. What was his name? It started with a B. What the fuck?
Ben?
Right, I'm ready for this trailer. It was a Mexican name.
Oh, I'm not gonna go there.
It was just Hispanic.
Bandito or something. I don't know.
Bruno. I don't know. I'm ready for Tainted. Tainted Love.
A nice movie.
Yeah.
Title. You ready, Trev?
Yeah.
3, 2, 1, play. Tank.
I wonder if there's a lot of upskirt shots in this.
I hope so.
When you get tainted, dudes, when someone jumps up and hits you in the face with their taint.
Oh, he's about to do it. He just tainted himself with that fucking flat iron.
He had that fucking swastika tattoo.
He trying to burn it off?
Yeah.
Because he's tainted by white supremacy.
That dude's a Russian. Oh, shit. You got to do him. I feel like I've seen a version of this before.
I think it's just an amalgamation of different movies we've seen where it's like, I used to be bad, but now I'm good.
But I'm going to take out the bad guys.
And they're going to make me do bad things.
Where the fuck is Aaron Paul? Oh.
Riding shotgun.
Is that him?
I don't know.
I don't see Aaron Paul.
This just isn't hitting my interest, really.
That ain't Aaron Paul. I don't think he's in this movie. And if he is, they used his name. You go to IMDb and it's like Aaron Paul, driver #1.
I don't know, but I'm bored with bad guys being Aryan Brotherhood skinheads. I'm bored with that as a, like, oh, okay, it's some skinheads that are fucking stupid, you know?
Yeah. But one turned a new leaf. We got the ultimate fucking movie, American History X, where you see someone that was this neo-Nazi.
Piece of shit.
Yeah. And then he went to... That movie's such a beautiful movie.
It is, dude.
He goes to prison, becomes friends with a black guy, and, like, realizes the fucking error of his ways. And gets out of prison, and his brother is going through the same shit
he was doing. He's trying to let him know.
Discipline and routine, dog. That's what prison's about.
That's such a fucking good movie.
It's a great movie, dude.
It is.
Yeah. It's so sad.
Y'all ain't never gonna forget that curb stomp.
Oh, it's
hell no.
Yeah, it's a depressing movie where it's just too little, too late.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a movie about a brother's love.
Yeah.
By brother, I mean brother man.
The brother.
Yeah.
Dual meanings. I'm confused.
Yeah.
All right. Next, we got Mel Gibson in Force of Nature.
I feel like
He better be aiming down iron sights half his fucking trailer. I'm done.
Hang on, that was Forces of Nature. This is Force of Nature.
Yeah.
I'm like, Force of Nature.
Top comment. So it's Die Hard in a hurricane. I'm ready to watch it.
Yeah.
I'm ready to watch it.
Too old for this shit. Y'all ready?
Yeah. I'm ready.
Ready, Trav?
Yep.
3, 2, 1, play. Oh my God, he's playing the old guy.
He looks like John McAfee.
He does. Are they in Puerto Rico? He's got like records on the wall and shit. He might be somebody.
Yeah.
What? Batista.
Oh, it's Dexter.
The only thing this movie's missing some.
He's
Gary
down here
Oldman.
hiding out, y'all. Witness protection. See?
Like, we need a Gary Oldman leaving the room after saying something like, he's only dead when you empty the clip, and then you walk out.
He's like, maybe he is, and maybe he ain't. I can't believe they're coming after him during a hurricane. Like,
I know, right?
I recognize that guy. That cop.
Yeah.
Because nothing's going to stop justice, Adam. Not even nature.
Oh, the power went out. What about this voice he's doing? What y'all think about his voice?
I like it.
Yeah, it's kind of different.
Yeah.
Trying to make an impression?
These fucking quick pans are killing me.
It looks like a silly goose time.
Bill Hirsch.
Man, I can't wait to see their rendition of running into someone at the ice machine.
Okay.
So the cop, his name is Emil Hirsch, right? And he was in Speed Racer, Into the Wild, The Girl Next Door, The Autopsy of Jane Doe, Freaks, In Harm's Way, Bonnie and Clyde, Lone Survivor, Darkest Hour, Killer Joe.
Oh, he was the guy in Killer Joe. He was the brother, like the good one.
Yeah. Lords of Dogtown.
Okay. I knew I recognized him, man. He's got that face.
Yeah.
He's like, this is my face. There are many like it, but this one is mine.
Shit, hold on. So next we got The Last Days of American.
And
okay.
Netflix.
The whole name is there or not. It seems like it's a cutoff, like The Last Days of American what?
Yeah.
It's The Last Days of American Crime.
Okay, so they did cut the...
Yeah, they didn't put the whole title on
Oh,
there.
I see it in the description.
Yeah.
Fix it.
Yeah. All right, y'all ready?
I'm ready.
3, 2, 1, play.
I can already tell you what this movie's missing. Gary Oldman.
He's not dead till you empty the clip. I like where it's going.
He killed a bus driver.
Yeah.
We're here for the Joey Jordison meet and greet. Oh God, this fucking guy. Is that Michael Pitt?
I don't know yet. I need to see his face. I think it's him, dude. That look like, yeah, that's him. I watched enough Boardwalk Empire. That's definitely him.
It's just going to be scenes of him staring matter-of-factly at everyone, or are you fucking serious?
He's got that face, doesn't he?
One thing you got to know about the rules is that there are no rules.
Rule number 1, fuck the rules.
Get your paper. Get a dump truck for
Rule
the
number
paper.
2, put all your money in the dump truck and set it on fire.
Grow your hair out. Wear a gold chain.
Sneak chain. They don't look terrible. I like Michael Pitt. I feel like see, he's trying to play a different type of character here.
You don't say. Not to that, but to him saying someone's going to get
take
shot
a bullet
tonight. I was like,
Netflix has got it bumping, baby. Like,
yeah.
Netflix is over here like, baby, baby, baby. Like, keep this quarantine going.
It doesn't look bad.
No.
And you thought Michael Bay could do a slow-mo car flip?
Well,
you ain't seen nothing.
Michael Pitt, dude. We got Boardwalk Empire and that fucking, what was the movie with the golf clubs?
Funny Games.
All right. This dude, he usually does pretty good shit.
Yeah.
The script, I don't think the script's going to be a turd, because, I mean, I just haven't really seen him in anything
but it's got that feminist music in it though. That
thunder.
I fucking hate that shit, dude. There's like you hear that, it's like
feminist music.
Clap this fall. Whoa. NBC's hot new sitcom.
Yeah.
Don't need a man.
The Big Show.
September 5th.
Don't need a man.
Yeah.
Starring Renee Zellweger and what's her name?
Ignoring all previous lesbian actors in the past 20 years, making her first lesbian debut.
Co-starring Janine Garofalo. Whoa, whoa. Y'all already know.
In a world where being asked where the scissors are is a very weird question.
Where are the scissors?
Oh my God, Richard, it's in the bedroom.
So next we've got we've got a heist movie called Infamous, starring Bella Thorne.
Ooh, she's like an Instagram model.
Is she?
Oh yeah.
I just want Jay Jameson slamming like shit down and asking for fucking pics of Spider-Man and this shit. Like,
I mean, she's been in a few movies, but yeah, she's like big on
Bella
Instagram or
Thorne.
something.
That
Y'all
sounds
ready?
like a porn star.
I'm ready.
You ready, Trav?
Mm-hmm.
3, 2, 1, play. There she is.
It's gonna be. It was supposed to be so easy. Oh no!
It's Florida Bonnie and Clyde, dude.
Is this the Beebs? Bet you're wondering how I got here.
Wait, is it gonna be shot like I, Tanya? Cause
I think so.
kind of has that feel, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Wonder if they had anything to do with it. I'm gonna go look. Got that handheld feel. He's like, I'll come with you. He's gonna get shot in that movie. I got a vibe kind of changed up here. What I say? Florida and Clyde. Now I'm taking Alabama with me. If you don't
I thought
like
we
it,
was gonna get our money and go to Birmingham.
you don't like it. Like, maybe you will, and
That's
maybe
as
you
far
won't.
north as the Plymouth will get us.
Where'd she get that badass gun?
She got it out of a loot crate.
Yeah, legendary. That's that close quarters fucking blueprint right there.
It's another movie where people are like the people who post memes that are like, behind every crazy man's a fucking insane woman or some shit like that. Like,
He's a crazy bitch.
we're both fucked up, but we love each other. Ugh.
So next we got Darkness Falls, which it says
I thought
2020.
was a really subpar horror movie from the 2000s.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking at. It came out in 2003, and I watched it.
Everyone did. It was
So
always
maybe it's a follow-up to it, dude.
I hope it's just a really long kill switch video.
Y'all ready?
I'm ready.
3, 2, 1, play.
Let's
see if we get something good. Got that classic opening. I like the shots though. I recognize him.
It's Iceman
And
from
him.
X-Men. Animorphs. I mean, this motherfucker's in the past.
He's cleaning the car out.
He's like,
a fire hazard.
Body.
His
Why
wife
don't you
gets
take
murdered.
a chill pill and freezes the bitch?
Y'all know who that was?
Yeah.
The landlord from Kingpin?
Yeah.
I don't even know what's going on. It's just him being like, I've got to get away from
Who's
him.
that guy? What's his name? I can't remember his name. The guy in the corner looked like a fucking dude's gonna play Batman. I know he ain't in this.
It's one of those movies where it ends with him going, all right, I'm going to commit a suicide mission, and I probably will survive it. You're obsessed, officer. Let it go. I can't let it go. Why? Justice compels me.
Well, they killed his wife, so he's hooked.
So he's going to settle the score.
Yeah. Maybe he will. Maybe he won't.
Darkness is falling.
It should have said at the end, darkness falls soon.
Yeah.
The sun is setting. Like.
So this next movie I'm really excited about.
Oh, I hope that's sarcastic.
It's called Fast and Fierce Death Race, starring DMX.
Here it comes. The prayer.
X gonna give it to you. What? If they don't play that song in here, I want a shot of him cutting the corners, shooting people. And it's like X gonna give it to you. What?
Like, I hope that the hype music that kicks in when the credits start to show up, you getting like the stuff. It's just like 30 seconds of DMX ad libbing like, oh yeah, what?
Where's my crack pipe? Yeah.
I want a number 2. Hold the lettuce.
Y'all ready?
Yeah. Dude.
3, 2, 1, play. All right, pay attention.
X gonna give it to you.
What? I'm cutting it over it.
He lives his life a quarter mile at a time. Wait, wrong movie.
So I met this guy and I ripped him off. Okay, it's kind of got a... Oh, he's that guy. I'm going to put that music over this.
You know what this movie is missing?
Vin Diesel.
Yeah,
Gary
it's Fast
Oldman.
and Furious, yeah.
As the detective chasing them all.
You drive your life 1 mile at a time.
If he gets behind the wheel of that vehicle, people are going to die.
He's always telling you some shit you already know what's going to happen.
Yeah.
Maybe he will, maybe he won't.
We got to make him come to us. Oh, it better say you die. Yep.
Oh.
Mm.
They made that in After Effects, too. Fast and Fierce. They were like...
Furious fun.
Yeah, they were like, we should name it the Fast
We
and the
really
Furious.
don't want
like,
to pay Fox a lot of money.
Look up Furious and see if we
Universal.
can change the word.
Right.
We found another word, and the title makes sense.
God, I can't wait to see the shit show that is this next trailer.
Yeah. Oh, dude.
What do we
Superhero. Gondola? Superhero.
Gondola.
Last time I went to the beach, I hung out in a gondola.
I feel like a gondola is
Indonesian.
something you sit your guns on and it spins, and
Yeah.
you're just like, oh, I want this one.
It's like one of those things people have on their kitchen table that spins around.
It's like a device that a guy would never purchase, but maybe the woman would buy for
His
him.
ex-girlfriend bought it, but he kept it because it's already there.
Susie bought me a gondola, the stupid bitch, and
Yeah.
she didn't take it when I kicked her the fuck out.
I think that's what Mel Gibson called a gun in that that Gringo movie.
Yeah.
He's like, I need
It's like
gondola. And they're like, oh, gondola,
Or like
yeah.
it's a rejected term for equilibrium when they were like, we need to come up with a fighting style with
Yeah.
guns.
Throwing my gondola off. Y'all ready?
Yeah, I'm ready
3,
for it.
2, 1, play. Oh, shit. It's a foreign, dude.
Indonesian.
Okay.
Bubba.
Oh, shit, dude. He's kicking everybody's ass. Look. Dude, why are you running from him? Fuck him up. Damn. Oh, look at him, dude. He is the law. Oh. He just kicked the shit out of both of them. Is he gonna dress up in a costume? Damn. Dude. This looks like a silly goose time, dude.
I know.
Why is he dressed like the Flash?
I don't know. But I like it.
Yeah. Gandala. Oh, he's the people. Come on now. Don't touch me. Can't touch this.
Man, it doesn't look off.
Only an Asian film could be this over the top.
Yeah.
And look even remotely
and get away with it.
Yeah.
Kind of expected.
Like if that had been made by like Joe and Bob shooting in the back lot downtown Georgia, people would be like, "What the fuck are you doing, man?"
Yeah, this looks like a YouTube video.
This looks, you know,
this looks like a C movie.
Starts with a G, rhymes with day, stretch it out.
Next, we got a indie war film called The Rifleman.
I think you have to call him Rifle Person.
It's the Rifleteer.
Oh.
All right.
Can't say Rifleman anymore.
Yeah, you can't use...
According to, what was it? The UN.
United Nations, you can't
You
use...
can't say fireman anymore. It's a firefighter?
Yeah, firefighter. Policeman is a police officer. Landlord?
What? Police officer?
Landlord, you have to call owner. So instead of I'm going to go pay the landlord, my landlord, I'm going to go pay my owner.
Yeah, that's not going to take hold.
How about, hey, I'm just going to go meet Jill and make my payment because, you know, we're fucking humans.
I'm going to go pay the bitch that owns this place. Hey. I'll be back in a minute. Whatever. I'm glad they're cracking down on serious shit, though. Really, I am so glad to be in the hands of the UN.
They're tackling the most important...
The real shit.
Yeah, the most important issues here.
Gotta appreciate that.
Yeah.
Y'all ready?
I'm ready.
Trap?
Yep.
3, 2, 1, play. Landlord. It'll always be landlord. Check it out. Uh-oh.
Oh, the Great War.
That war. This is my rifle. This is my gun. Oh,
shit, dude.
Actually looks pretty good to be a indie movie. I don't think he's coming back. Look at that shit, dude. I like it, man.
Yeah.
Oh, I like that. Might have to check it out, guys.
I'm a sucker for a good war film.
Yeah. Especially, you know, they're doing the Great War here. Like, you don't get as many movies on that.
No.
That kind of style. But I see why they went for that, man. If you think about it, you can do a movie like that on a pretty small budget.
Yeah. Makes sense.
Yeah. I want like a good Civil War movie.
I would too. Like not one that's like,
oh my God, I know what movie you're talking about, dude.
Yeah.
Holy shit. The one with Matthew Broderick?
Yeah.
Oh, you mean Gods and Generals, guys?
Yeah.
God damn, that movie's long. And kind of just too boring. I want high action, like 1917 Civil War movie.
Well, we had that Mel Gibson, The Patriot.
Yeah.
That wasn't too bad.
It was kind of, but it kind of followed.
That was the American Revolution.
Yeah.
The Patriot is like Mel Gibson's Phantoms.
Yeah.
Mel Gibson was the bomb in The Patriot.
Yeah, he was.
He was.
So, last trailer, dude. Do you recognize the person in this thumbnail?
I can't see it anymore.
Oh, it's good old Kingslayer.
It is.
The Kingslayer.
Sci-fi.
He's like, if anybody's gonna fuck my sister, it's gonna be me.
Yeah, he's through sister fucking. What's he up to now? You know.
Y'all ready?
I'm ready.
Ready, Trav? 3, 2, 1, play.
He don't fuck one sibling, I'm gonna be upset. That's his sister.
Oh, at first I thought Bon Jovi was kicking in. It was gonna be like
bad at him. I ain't gonna be just a face in the crowd. Is this foreign? He's speaking French? No, that's like German or something.
Anytime it's a winding road up to a place on a summit, man, it's no good.
It looks like the house from fucking Ex Machina.
Made me instantly think of a cure for wellness.
I mean, I'm interested to see what's happening here.
It's a cure for wellness.
You don't check out, dude. Oh my God, those pods, dude. They're cloning people. Oh shit, dude.
They're planting us with shit in our bodies.
Invasion of the body snatchers, dude. Pod people. I mean, I kind of want to know what's going on there. You can go. So that's coming to the theaters or just straight to?
Well, I'm not sure it's a foreign.
Ah, I see. Because they're like, fuck it.
Yeah. YOLO, bitch.
Yeah. Catch it. We don't care.
All right, I'm looking it up. Exit plan movie. Because when I type in exit plan, it's talking about how to leave your wife and shit. You know, like for real.
I got something we can go out on.
Oh.
If y'all want to watch it. It's up to you guys. They released the second trailer for Space Force today.
Oh, yeah, I do want to watch it.
And it's got other, scenes in it. And look at that face.
A face
I can't wait to watch this shit.
Yeah, this is going to be great.
A face that what?
That you can bring home to mom.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
I'm ready when y'all are.
You ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
All right,
Yeah,
3, 2, 1, play. Let's see what we got. That's fucking funny, dude. So he is a bit of a dumbass.
Yeah.
I think they're going to run in the first trailer with the second one. Or some of the clips. No, we haven't seen this. I know who that she's supposed to be.
Yeah.
It's spot on though.
Yeah.
Oh, it's got him in it. I'm still standing. I can't believe they picked that. I'm
Yeah.
like bot man. Yeah. This shit looks hilarious. I want to watch it now.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm gonna burn through that shit quick.
Alec Bachman.
Alec Bachman. Look here. Look at him.
Look at the waves.
Yeah. I've never heard that dude use a normal voice. Oh, look.
No.
Something's going to go wrong when that happens. When is this?
Yeah.
Oh, my God. It's so close.
10-day.
So I saw that was out, and I was like, they added a lot more clips.
They did. It looks so fucking funny, man.
Silly Goose Town.
Alec Bachman.
Alec Bachman. They got a lot of people on the show.
Yeah, they've got a lot
names.
of people.
We got Malkovich over here playing some character.
I can't believe that Malkovich is in. I mean, dude, what a better, like, smart-ass scientist.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
He looks like one.
Yeah. He looks like he's going to fucking diagnose you with cancer and tell you all the bad things you did to get cancer.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And be like, but it's not your fault.
Yeah.
Try to make you feel good about it. He's like, but it's not your fault. You couldn't help it.
Yeah.
You're
You like
stupid.
fried chicken.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Next week, we're watching Office Space.
Yeah, I'm excited, dude.
Topping it off. Travis got a 4 laps.
4 laps, dude.
I could go for 6.
Well, this might judge me. I mean, I didn't get 6 laps last time I won, and we'll have to check the rule book. I don't know.
Terms and conditions apply, my friend.
But yeah, I mean, I'm here with Griffin.
I'm here with Trav.
I'm here with Adam.
Wash your goddamn hands.